It says go. We're live, I think, but we will check
Peace.
it. Salam.
Peace.
So I'll drop the link again as usual and see if we are streaming. Yep, we are streaming, and I'll pin it. So whoever wants to come in and join the conversation, they're more than welcome to click that and try and argue with me or with any of these two. Get through these two before you come to me. No, actually, I don't know. Come to me, then we'll see.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to come, they can come and join and click that link again, and you can join the conversation. Yeah, so people, some of them are commenting on why are you doing this? Yeah, uh, and uh, and you're just spreading lies. This Quran is all bad. You're showing how bad it is when you explain it. So, servant of the God Almighty. Who is this now? Let me guess. Anyways, so why are you doing
That's
this?
not
What
me.
would your response be, Imran? I mean, it's so bad, the Quran, and I'm explaining how bad it is when I explain it.
Yeah. No, it's being explained so that these people's wretchedness will be out there in the recorded scene.
I mean, people don't understand when they denigrate the Quran in any way, shape, or form, they are sealing their own fates. They don't
Yeah.
even understand it. They are just writing in blood, indelible ink, that they're going to hell. And they don't even understand how it works. And they, all their beauty in this life seems to convince them that they are blessed and there's nothing to worry. And they don't understand how it actually works because they don't know the reality of how God works. He makes you believe you are on the path when you are astray, and that in itself destroys you, and and you don't even realize it, and you're just enjoying thinking that you're guided, and you're absolutely astray. You know, we fear God, the believers. Gabriel and the angels, they fear God. Okay, they're the highest entities under God. So
Mm.
all these people are just running around trying to convince each other how beautiful everything is, and that this one man, the odd one out, is the psychopath, yeah, the crazy moron, the idiot who doesn't know. Well, I would recommend that those who hold these books, either the Torah, the Injil, or the Quran, go read in it how it works. Try and find out if it's the majority right or this one little guy who's right, who is denigrated, rejected, persecuted, some of them killed, and then what have happened after that? Yeah, what happens to these people after that? If they if they actually hold these books, which they don't with any kind of conviction, you know that, right?
That's correct. Yeah, and it says in the Quran, right? Like, I mean, they're all saying falsehood and falsifying with signs of the God, and they have no knowledge. And it says that who wrongs more than one who invents falsehood over God or falsifies with his signs? And that's all what they are doing. They have no knowledge of what's in the book, and yet they continue to ridicule it, no fear of God.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they think that they're guided, right? They
That's
actually
correct.
think that I am the astray one who is bringing the actual words of the book and explaining them in ways they have never heard in this generation. No one has explained this book like I have in this generation, and no one will unless those who follow me. Then you're just mimicking me, right? Like I'm
That's
okay, mimicking, like I'm mimicking my predecessors,
yeah.
my messengers, my leaders, the ones I follow before me who are not here, and you all pretend to follow them while I'm the only one who's actually following them.
Yeah.
So, thus is the way life goes in this world, the
And
delusion.
to and to Manaz's point, uh, every time this happens, they confirm what is actually written in the Quran about them.
But how would they know when they never read the book?
That's true. It confirms to us, like it says, God makes enough to you the mockers.
Exactly. God makes you enough to the mockers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
And he's
Yeah, God
talking to
makes
the
a mistake.
messenger, by the way,
Yeah.
the one who is delivering the book. All right. So, what are we going to do today? What is the plan? I guess we'll go with your suggestion, what you said, Imran.
Yeah, because this goes to also your point earlier that, the guy that they're mocking and ridiculing is actually the guy who's delivered from the fire, not these losers.
Hmm. Yeah. And we will see this in this chapter, segment of chapter 29, we will read today, as wishes the Lord. So, so from the chapter 29 is called Ankabut, and it means spider. Yeah, Al Ankabut is the spider, and we will start at, let's see, sign number 14. So let's start here and see what is written. So this is the Holy Spirit Gabriel, who is actually the one saying this book. The statement of the Quran, the reading, it is a reading, it's a saying, it's a statement of a messenger honored, which is Gabriel, the Holy Spirit Gabriel, the highest messenger of God, save none. He is absolutely the most powerful and highest messenger of God. So he is speaking to either the messenger or all of us. So let's see here. And already we sent Noah to his people, but tarried in them 1,000 years except 50, but grabbed them the storm and their wrongdoers. But we saved him and companions of the boats, and we made them a sign to the knowing. So those who know this story, and there are lots on the earth, they know the story of Noah. I mean, the first time I read this, I'm like 950 years, 1,000 less. Wow, he lived 950 years. And then later I figured out all of them used to live to around 1,000, up to 1,000 back in the times of Adam down to Noah at least. So he spent 950 years on this earth. Understand that for a fact. And the Bible says that the storm came around the 600th year of his life on earth when he had called God to destroy them all, basically. And don't let them be guided, just make them astray at the end of his tether when he was done, when he said, I am overcome, but help, he said to the Lord. And the Lord responds to his messengers eventually. This I can guarantee you. He does not change his promise to his messengers ever. They are the ones who are going to be victorious. It is clearly written that the God and his messengers will be victorious. No matter what you want, what you desire, what you imagine, what you fantasize, it doesn't matter. The God and his messengers will be victorious. Okay, you cannot change that. Just and killing people here or not killing people here or doesn't matter. We're all going to die here. So what are you trying to tell me, that if I die before you, you win, or that if you kill me, I win, or if I kill you, I win? No, none of this matters here. What is the right and wrong is what matters, and most of us do not know what right and wrong is, obviously. So, and Abraham, behold, he said to his people, serve the God and fear him. That do you better to you, if you are you knowing. So you're saying how Abraham came. He's telling his people this, right? That's what all messengers come and do, the same thing. Serve the God and fear him. That do you better to you, if you are you knowing. And then he tells them, surely what you serve from other than the God, idols. Do you look at the idols around you?
Yeah.
If you cannot see them, then I cannot help you. And you create delusions. You not see these delusions. The biggest delusion is your technology today. And the bigger one inside of it is your stupid AI. I mean, the AI is insane. Yeah. It works in certain manners, but it is just a creation of man, which God created for man. And man learned how to create it from God. And they're making it God fundamentally. The singularity is coming. Yeah, you'll see the singularity when you're put upside down. Surely those you serve from other than the God, not they control to you sustenance, but seek with the God the sustenance and serve him and thank to him. To him you will return. So look at these statements. Yeah, he's telling them you're serving idols and you're creating delusions. The ones you're serving, they don't control your sustenance. So, I mean, if this is an absolute statement of fact, which I know it is, then why are you pandering after these morons? Your leaders and your tech gurus and your oligarchs and all these morons, the rich people, yeah? You think they control your sustenance? If their sustenance is taken away, how are they going to sustain you? Right? They
That's
don't think of that, because once a man is a billionaire, he can never be a pauper. And once a man is a pauper, he can never be a billionaire. So the poor can't be rich, and the rich can't be poor, and the tables can't be turned. Oh, keep waiting. And if you falsify, but have falsified people from before you, and not over the messengers except the delivering the clear. So this is the obvious fact that I keep telling people, that I am not here to make you believe in any way, shape, or form. You want to believe, you can. You want to reject, you can. It's not my place to tell you one way or the other. Actually, it is my place to tell you to believe, but it's not my place to make you do one thing or the other. And all over us, the messengers, is to deliver clearly the message. That's all we're here for. Mubin, the word bayana in Arabic, clarity. We come with the clarities and we deliver them to you. Some of those clarities are signs of God that the messengers in the past brought, like David and Solomon and Jesus and Moses and others. They brought clarities that you could see the signs of God. But the biggest clarity is this book, the book that I'm presenting to this world today, which the world rejects and calls the one who brings it crazy, or mad, or deluded, or inventing lies over the God, while they are actually the ones doing it. So now the Spirit continues. Or not they see how he initiates the God, the creation, then he repeats it. Surely that over the God easy. So you don't see how God initiates the creation and how he repeats it. You don't see it happening all around you all the time. Say. So now he commands the messenger. Gabriel tells the messenger to say, and the messenger says, travel in the earth, but look how initiated the creation, or how initiates the creation, whichever way you want to put it. Look how it does. So if you could travel in the earth, you'll figure it out, right? And there are signs in the earth of how the actual creation is initiated, and you can go find them. Then the God, he will create the creation, the other. Surely the God over everything powerful. So now he's telling us there's going to be another creation of us. He punishes one he wishes, and he mercies one he wishes, and to him you will return. And not you are with escaping in the earth, and not in the heaven, and not to you from other than the God, from protector and not helper. No help and no protection comes to you from other than the God, including the Satans. The Satans are protectors to the rejectors, to those who partner with God. He is their protector, but the protection comes from God. God makes him the protector over them, who takes them all to hell. And God is the one who makes the protectors over us and helpers who take us to the garden, out of the darkness to the light. Satan takes you out of the light to the darkness and then keeps you there till you die and go to hell, while the opposite is true for the believers. I mean, it's the same concept. You have to understand there's only one way things work in our processing. We can only process one way. There's no two ways to process things, to think about how things happen. You decide, then you get. That's it. Cause and effect. So who are the protectors for those who believe that God puts over us? The angels. The angels are our protectors. And then some of the believers are protectors to others on the earth. Just like some of the rejectors are protectors to the rejectors on the earth. It's the same concept. People just speak of it one side of this equation. No, the equation runs both sides. And those who reject with signs of the God in his meeting. So now, if you reject with any signs of God, which is this book, the Torah, the Injil, the messengers, the prophets, God himself, his angels, the hereafter, then God adds here, those, they lose hope from my mercy, and those, to them punishment grievous. So now, when people try and denigrate this Quran, you have lost mercy from God. End of discussion. You reject a messenger of God, you lose his mercy. You lose any hope of his mercy. And people say he's all merciful, then this is a lie here, right? Correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
I mean, if he is all merciful, then why will someone lose hope of his mercy no matter what? Well, matter what? Matter what? When you reject his
Reject.
signs, any of them, and his meeting, which is the hereafter, when you die, or when you die, you will meet him, you're going to lose all mercy from God, all hope of all mercy from God. And to you, punishment grievous, which will be perpetual. And the punishment will be initiated in this life. Those who reject with signs of God, those who are rejectors or partnering with God, who are also rejectors or hypocrites, they will be punished in this life as well. And then they will be punished greatly in the hereafter, which is perpetual. No death will stop that punishment, because you will not be able to die in the hereafter. Here you will eventually die, like me and everyone else. But not was the answer of his people. So now we go back to Abraham. We had this interlude here of some other information being told to us. But not was answer of his people, except that they said, kill him or burn him. This is the people of Abraham, including his father, by the way. But saved him the God from the fire. Surely in that to be signs to people, they're believing. So what is this? He went into they put him in the furnace. They built the first, they put him, and he didn't die. How does that happen? How do you think that happens, Imran?
The God said to the fire, "Be coolness to Abraham."
Exactly. So the bottom line is nothing harms anybody except with the will of God. And don't worry, in the fire that most of mankind will dwell in, and are dwelling in, the ones that have passed before us, they have angels there punishing them in the fire. And don't worry about the angels. They're not getting affected by that fire. Just like God is everywhere, including the fire doesn't affect God. I mean, he spoke to Moses from within the fire, yeah, the tree, so called meeting of the tree, yeah, the
Yeah,
fire and the tree from within which God spoke to him. The fire doesn't harm God or anybody he chooses not to harm, and certainly not the angels or the
yeah.
spirit. So when he chooses someone that he will not be harmed by fire, yeah, the fire is going to harm him. Are you out of your mind? Nor the water, nor the air, nor the wind, nor the sky, nothing. Nothing will harm the person. God says, no harm will come to this person. End of discussion. And he said, so now this place is where Abraham is now coming out of the fire. Do you think he's a little peeved? Yeah, you
I
think
think
little bit,
what a kind word to use.
yeah?
Yeah,
He's a little mad with these people. I don't know. If you put me in the fire, yeah, maybe I'll be mad with you. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I think he was, and I certainly will be. By the way, I'm kidding. And he said, so now he's telling them again. Surely, what you take from other than the God, idols, loving between yourselves in the life of the world. So what do you people? What do you people do here? They love, love, love. Let's love each other. Yeah, you're taking idols, loving between yourselves in the life of the world. Then day of the standing. Then he's warning them now. They will reject some of you others. So all in front of you is telling you this is what's going to happen to you. You will be rejecting some of you others, and they will curse some of you others. Why would they be cursing each other over on the other side, I wonder? And your abode the fire, and not to you from helpers. Okay, what a grand statement of mercy here, isn't it? From Abraham to his people after they put him in the fire and he comes out, right? Then you go to the story of Muhammad that is spread far and wide, that I heard thousands of times in my life to delude me, that there was this woman who used to put God knows what on his head every day, and he would have blood in his sandals, and he would keep going there to get that punishment every day. And then the day she didn't do it, he went asking for how she was doing, because she was sick, and he asked for her, sought her, situation, and made some compromise. Nonsense. I
what a
mean,
joke!
what,
What a joke!
are you out of your mind? Somebody's gonna put garbage on my head and throw stones at me, and I'm gonna have blood coming out, and I'll keep going getting that punishment. Are you out of your mind? Have you lost your marbles, the ones that are left? Unbelievable.
And nobody's there to stop this insanity, to say what kind of a moron is this woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Huh? This is what I mean. The messengers are already cursing you the moment you reject them. They're just not telling you openly, or they are telling you openly. So So he's telling them, you'll be rejecting each other and you'll be cursing each other over there. I'm just cursing you here right now. You'll be cursing each other over there
Yeah.
on the other side. And don't worry, we will be cursing you there as well, joined with God and his angels and the spirit. So, it's going to be all curses over all those who reject God, and by themselves as well. They will curse themselves and each other for making each other astray. They will blame each other. There is no blaming over there for rejecting God. Forget about it. You stand on your own faith. Don't blame anyone else for it. The one who made you astray will take some of your burdens without knowledge that he makes you astray. Don't worry about that. If I make you astray without knowledge, I will take some of your burdens that I made you astray. But you will carry fully your burden of going astray, just like Satan. He makes you astray and then he frees from you. Unbelievable, huh? So now, but believe to him Lot, the only one who believed with Abraham from his people. No father, no mother, nobody believed him. Nobody believed him except Lot, who is apparently his nephew. Now, if you read the Bible, and in the Quran, there's no confirmation of this. And he said, so Lot said, surely I will immigrate to my Lord. Surely he the mighty, the wise. And then it ends here with, and we sent to him Isaac and Jacob, and we made in his progeny the prophethood and the book. And we brought him his reward in the world. And surely he in the hereafter to be from the righteous, talking about Abraham here, yeah? Obviously, because Isaac was his son, Jacob was his grandson, who is Israel, and all the consternation and delusion on the earth about what is this Israel and sons of Israel and why are they chosen and how can anybody be chosen? Who is this God that chooses people and make them superior over others? Really? You think God doesn't choose people and make them superior over others? Why are your leaders superior over you then? I'm waiting.
Yeah, there'll be no answer. Yeah.
Idiots. So you want to read the Lot part or we should stop here? Yeah, I think we should stop.
I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
This God made Father Abraham the leader, and there's something about mankind or people differing in Abraham. What is that about?
I mean, those who differ in Abraham, the strictness is put on them. The Sabbath, the so called Sabbath, Sibt. Yeah. So if you differ in Abraham, the Sabbath will be put on you. And that's what was the Sabbath put on the Israelites, the so called Jews, the followers of Moses. When they disputed and differed in Abraham, the Sabbath was put on them. And to this day, they observe it for reneging against God's commands and separating between the messengers of God. You put any messenger apart from another one, or separate any messenger from any other messenger, or say one messenger brought something other than the other messenger before him, you're going to hell. There's no escape from hell at all.
Throughout my life, growing up in other side of the world, I never heard any of these guys say anything good about Abraham.
I mean, yeah, they wouldn't say because Muhammad was their God, yeah, is their God. Those who are in the so called Muslim world, Muhammad is the founder of Islam, right? And then these morons repeat it, the Christians and the Jews and everybody who listens to them because they think they know what they're talking about. Yeah, sure. Muhammad was the founder of Islam, right? And Jesus was the founder of Christianity. And Moses was the founder of Judaism, correct? And Abraham, we don't know what he was. He was, they were cave dwellers back then. They really didn't know anything about the earth. Now we figure out everything, right? We know how the universe was created 15 billion years ago and all these galaxies. Now we're searching for planets to go and move on to all this nonsense that they tell you. All lies. There's no escape from this earth. I can guarantee you, if there's an open trial of these so-called space agencies to prove that they have left the earth, they will say make it. An open trial where everybody sees all things from all angles, which we have. We have the ability to record from all different angles. Try and show how they've crossed the heaven above.
They'll never show it.
They will not. They will show you
No.
CGIs and graphics and people floating around in pictures, and then you will see movies with much better graphics, right? They make better depiction of their so-called delusional space in their movies than they do in real life. Yeah, and they say, "Oh, it's real because it looks fake." Yeah, no, it's real because it looks so fake. This is Elon Musk's nonsense when he sent his roadster to Mars. Yeah, I wonder where that is now. Yeah, probably
Yeah,
underground. It was.
what a what a fake flying video. But Asad, one thing I do remember in my childhood, they used to force us this made up prayer where they would send peace over the family of Abraham.
Yeah,
Thank God I forgot that.
no, they didn't. It wasn't. They weren't sending it on Abraham. If you look
Muhammad,
at the words, send the peace over whatever it is, blessings or prayers over family of Muhammad, like what you sent over Abraham.
yes, yes,
So it's like these people are just deluded. They are wicked, deluded, rejecting, partnering pieces of garbage. The so-called
wretched.
Muslims. They tell me that I'm against the Muslims. Yeah.
You
Yes,
are
I
the
am.
Muslim.
Yes, I am. I'm absolutely against the people who call themselves Muslim on the earth because they're not, and I am. I am a Muslim, absolute, just like Abraham was, just like Jesus was, just like Moses was, just like Muhammad was, just like Mary and Noah and all the other messengers and prophets. We were all Muslims, and before we were created, the angels and the spirit were Muslims. So, don't tell me that I have to believe Muhammad to become a Muslim.
In our conversations, you mentioned something that I wanted to ask you. It is a little different from this, but I will forget it because I'm getting old. So just bear with me on this one. You said that God took, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I heard was that God took oath, promise from the messengers before they were sent here?
Prophets, the prophets.
Prophets. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oath of
yeah,
the
he
prophet.
took their
What is
oath.
it?
I'll show you. I mean, it's in chapter 3. Let me bring it up. I have to find it. Okay, so let's bring this up. You see it?
Yes.
So this
Yes?
is where it says, so let's go from 80. And Nodi commands you that you take the angels and the prophets lords. Will he command you with the rejection after behold you are Muslims? So there is no Lord except God. The moment you call someone Lord, like they call Jesus, you're going to hell and accept it in your heart. And they call Muhammad more than Lord. If you look at their scriptures that they write outside the actual scripture, yeah, and the nonsense they write. And behold, took the God promise of the prophets. So this is obviously before he sent the prophets here. To what I bring you from book and wisdom, then comes to you a messenger confirming to what with you, to your surely believing with him, and to your surely helping him. So this is what he told the prophets. There's a messenger who's going to come to you with what I have put in your probably your hearts, right? He sends the messengers with the wisdom and book in their hearts to an extent, right? And then a messenger
Yes.
comes confirming that and he completes that to them. Whoever that messenger is, and I can tell you the main one is obviously Gabriel. He is the messenger that comes to all prophets and all messengers from mankind. Yeah.
Beautiful.
He said, do you affirm and you take over that to use strictness? So this is over there. This has happened before we came into this world, and obviously it happened after the first creation, before the second creation happened. He chose the prophets back then, whoever they were. Do you affirm and you take over that to use strictness? They said, we affirm. So all the prophets who were standing there said, we affirm. And in them was obviously Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, Abraham, and all the others, Noah. He said, so be witnessing and I with you from the witnesses. But one who turns away after that, but those, they're the rebellious. So he's warning the prophets as well. Any of you turn away from this covenant which we made back then. The prophets. I'm not a prophet. I'm a messenger of God. I'm not a prophet. As far as I know, I am not a prophet. I am a messenger of God. And most of the prophets are messengers, and most of the messengers are prophets, but all are not. And certainly not all messengers are prophets, because all the angels and the spirit are messengers, and they're absolutely not prophets. Understand this concept that people are lost in and cannot figure out. So this is what he told them then. And there's an example of one in there who turns away will be from the rebellious. It's Jonah. He turned away after God made him a messenger.
So
And
Jonah was a prophet messenger?
I don't know. He's a messenger for sure. I don't know absolutely whether he's a prophet or not. There are some which are clearly shown, which is
Yeah.
Muhammad, Moses, Jesus, Aaron, and I don't know, maybe David and so on, I don't know. But these four are absolutely clearly prophets and messengers. The others you can try and figure out. Does it matter? Because both the messengers and the prophets are sent as informers and warners.
Yeah.
Both of them. So they come and do fundamentally the same thing. It's just a
Yeah.
rank. The rank of messenger and the rank of prophet is different. The rank of messenger is higher than the rank of prophet. That's obvious in the Quran. Yeah.
So how do you know that you're not a prophet?
I don't know. I just don't know that I am. So I'm not going to say I am a prophet if I don't know I am, right? I know I'm a messenger of God, so I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
And there is no end to God's messengers. There is no last prophet till the end of mankind here. This nonsense has to be understood. Every people gets a warner through them. I am the warner to these people on the earth today. A microcosm of what mankind is. They think they're the most on the earth today. Are they joking? They're nowhere near the most on the earth that has been. You're not going to get to the level of numbers that were here in the time of Noah and those after them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we got some questions coming here. Let's go through some questions and see if there's some worthy of answering. Okay. There's not anything I want to hear here. No. Yeah, I'm not going to answer any of these stupid questions. Okay, so all of those questions are absolute garbage. Let's see. Here's one from Adam, the son of Imran. Can you explain sign 210 and 211 in chapter 2? Let's see. Let's try if I can. Let's see if I can. With the will of God.
Acha. Me, Imran. I thought we chapter.
Adam, the son
Okay.
of Imran. What do you think?
Okay. Okay, that's a surprise.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So you see it 210.
Yep.
Are they looking except that they come to them, the God, in shades from the clouds and the angels, and decided the command, and to the God returned the commands. So are these people waiting that God comes down and the angels before they believe? Yeah. And the command is decided. Is that when they're going to believe? Yeah, I can guarantee you that's when they're going to believe. When God and the angels come down, and obviously in a lot of cases, neither the angels nor God comes down. They just send down destruction from the heaven or from the earth to massacre all the people that are now in the bullseye of God, because they have destroyed their souls and sold them to the Satan. And to the God return the command. So this is like decided the command, and to God return the commands. So God has all the commands. He commands everything. And then whoever gets that command will implement it, whether it be the Satan, by the way. Ask sons of Israel how many we brought them from signs clear. So go and ask the those who are Christians and Jews from the line of Jacob, Israel, who is Israel, how many signs they were brought, clear signs. And they're all depicted in the Quran, the Torah, and the Injil, and the Psalms. And one, he changes favor of the God from after what comes to him, but surely the God severe the end. So now, when you get all these signs and you believe, and then you turn back, well, the end is severe, which is your destruction here, and then your absolute destruction in the hereafter forever. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. Okay, so any more questions? Anyone? You want to discuss something else?
You were
Yeah.
sorry, sorry. After you go ahead.
No, no, you go, Imran. I'll wait.
A while ago, he was asking both of us if we wanted to continue with Lot. So
Yeah.
I interrupted. But go ahead, Manas.
I wanted to ask you that if you could explain to us when you read the sign about the prophets and you said that they are brought the book and the
From
wisdom. What is
from
that
book and wisdom.
from?
So you have to
Okay,
read the
sorry.
words precisely what's written and try and understand from book and wisdom they will be brought. Which is that book and wisdom? The mother of the book that has everything in it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's
Okay,
someone 742. Wait a second,
sure.
there's a question here. I don't want to read that Lot story today. Is implying that the burden only applies to believers. Let's see. 742. So let's see what is the issue here. I have to understand this question first. Is this implying that the burden only applies to the believers? I'm not too sure about this question, but I'll try and see what actually is being said there, and maybe that'll clarify it. And those who believe and do the righteousness, not we burden a soul except her amplitude. They companions of the garden, they in her living perpetually. No, no soul is burdened more than she can bear. Yeah. And of course, at the end, when you die or when the command of God comes and you're destroyed, well, you'll have to bear that burden. It's a destruction on you. But guess what? In the hereafter, the soul will still not die under that burden of the punishment of God, which she will have to bear for eternity till God ends the heavens and the earth or decides otherwise for the soul. So, yeah, every soul can bear whatever is burden, and He will make the amplitude of that soul enough that she will continue dying, but she will not die. So, this applies to all. This burden applies. No soul will be burdened except her amplitude. So he increases your amplitude to be able to sustain that punishment, which is treacherous, torturous, uh, unimaginably wicked and evil, and you will not die. You will continually die. So your amplitude has been increased to bear that burden. So you can think of it in many different ways, right? I hope that explains it, right?
Like God must have increased the amplitude of Satan.
Yeah, whoever goes in the fire will bear the burden. They will not die, they will die continually. That's written. It's not like they're going to die, they will continually die in the fire, right? I mean, that's
Yep.
how it's written clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. Earlier, I said something wrong about the sign. Can you explain that sign which talks about the mockers?
There are two places where this is written, so I'll bring them both.
Thank you.
So these are the two signs. I think I'll bring them up in another place here. Okay, so here in chapter 2, where is it? Do you see it? It should be somewhere here. Let's go there first. And let's go back. It's 137. Okay, here. So this is first. We are all being said to say this. It's chapter 2, sign 136. Be saying, we believe with the God and what sent down to us and what sent down to Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac and Jacob and the tribes, and what brought Moses and Jesus, and what brought the prophet from their Lord. Not we separate between anyone from them, and we to him Muslims. Okay, this is what all of us are commanded to say. Here is not just the messenger. Ulu is saying to all of us. The Spirit is commanding all those who believe to say this. And don't just say it, act upon it. Yeah. So if they believe with example of what you believe with it, which is us, if we said this, we believe it, right? But most people say it and believe nothing. So you got to be sincere in this belief. But already they guided. You understand? So if they follow this Quran and whatever they've been brought, and us as well, we will be guided because we will see that the Quran is telling us exactly what they did with the Bible, exactly what they did with the Torah. But other than that, it will align with the Quran. And if they turn away, but surely what they in splitting, like you are all in splitting out there. You split from the Bible and the Torah, you're gone. It's over. You've destroyed your path to God and salvation. You've made your path to God and destruction. But soon he will make you enough to them, the God. So he's talking to the messenger here now, the one person, that he will make you enough, the God, to them. And he the listener, the knowledge. This is the first place where the messenger is told, you alone are enough to all of them who reject all this. Yeah, one man. And then the other
True.
place is in chapter 15, where let's start from where it begins. So the messenger is commanded to say, and say, surely I the warner, the clear. Okay, so I'm commanded to say this. I have to say it. Every messenger. I'm not any special messenger. Muhammad isn't any special messenger. Jesus isn't any special. We're all special in different ways.
Yeah.
Like what he sends down over the dividers. Those they make the Quran pieces. Do you see them in pieces out there? The
Yes.
Quran, left, right, and center. They will never hold it together like I hold it together because they don't understand what's being said. They cannot connect all the dots. I connect all the dots with the will of God. He showed me, and the Spirit guides me with His command, so does God. But, and your Lord talking to the messenger, to are surely questioning them altogether over what they're doing. So make barrier with what you ordered and turn away over the partnering. So when I turn away over all these, my parents, my brothers, my friends, my colleagues, everybody, I'm called a hermit and antisocial. While I'm commanded to do this, when you partner with God, I turn away from you. I don't turn towards you. You who call yourself Muslims are the biggest partnering on the earth because you hold the book with absolute knowledge and you destroy it. You denigrate it. You make it into pieces. You throw one sign here and one sign there and make nonsense out of it. Surely we make you enough to the mockers. One person is being spoken here, yeah? Muhammad, me, or any other messenger who's amongst you. The one is enough for you. And after Muhammad, there's only going to be one in each people that is destroyed. This people's destruction is coming in the near future. 50 years, 10 years, 5 days. Do I know? No, I don't. If I knew, I might tell you. Yeah. Like said Saleh to his people, wait 3 days and wait what happens. Yeah. They were destroyed. So this is where it says that the messenger is enough to all the mockers. One
Right.
man. Was not Noah enough to them? Did not Noah destroy them?
Mm.
Not Noah. Did not Noah cause their destruction by asking God to bring it upon them? Yes, he did. No doubt about it. not a single doubt. But it's only God who accepts it. Noah couldn't make the flood happen, obviously. He could only ask for their destruction, and then he destroyed them. Yeah. All right. Let's move to the
Thank
next.
you. Any other question?
I don't have any question here, but
Okay, can I ask one?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on a different note, very far tangent, but it was confusing me, so I just wanted to clarify it. The sign in the Quran where God tells us about the permission, asking permission, and then those who reach their puberty, the permission with them too. There's a mention of the three. That is not asking like three times, knock, knock, knock. It's defining the three times of the day.
Yeah, three conditions where you need the people to ask permission before they enter your where you live, your
Yeah.
room, basically, where you are private. Yeah,
You
that's
think
that's
we
what
can pull that up, sign, if possible? Because I completely blew up on that sign. I
okay, let's see.
thank you. Uh, how would Quran define puberty? Also, if you could.
It doesn't define it. It's just when you are when you reach puberty. It doesn't define it in any way. You know how it works.
Okay.
Don't have to think it. Some people reach puberty before others. So that should answer
Yeah.
your question.
Yeah. Got it.
So, so here is this the sign that you're talking about. So it says here to the believers, to those who believe, and the believers obviously, and those who believe are less than the believers. To become believers, you have to abide by this Quran to a high level, which most people cannot. O you, those who believe, let them ask you permission, those control your covenants, and those not they reach the puberty from you three times. So those who are kids, who haven't become like old enough to be self-aware basically, or be old, yeah, or be able to procreate basically, from before prayer the dawn, and while you lay down your clothes from the backs, and from after prayer the evening. So these people who haven't reached that puberty, three times they need to ask you before they come in. So basically, before you've woken up, as you wake up you pray, and when you are changing your clothes, and after the prayer the evening. So when you turn into bed, after you pray you go to bed. Three nakednesses to you, not over you and not over them issue, surely after them they walking around over you, some of you over others. Like that he clarifies the God to you the signs, and the God knowledgeable wise. So you need to have a decorum, or decorum, I don't know how to say decorum, uh, with your little ones. Yeah, even they need to ask you permission. Of course, if it's a 2 year old, it doesn't matter, right? He has no understanding of nakedness. It's when they begin to understand things. So you know that, after that, probably around 2, I would say, I don't know, it depends, right? You figure it out for yourself, that he is now aware of the nakedness of people. So you make sure they ask you permission after. Of course, at 2 years the guy doesn't know anything. It's not before 2 that you start understanding anything anyways, yeah, fundamentally. And these are those who are not old, who haven't reached puberty, and those that control your covenants, your mistresses or whatever in your home that you have. And when reach the children from you the puberty, but let them be asked permission, like what asked permission those from before them. So when the children get to the puberty, they need to be asked before you go in, when they are sleeping, before they wake up, after they go to sleep, and when they're changing clothes. So it's just a matter of decorum. That's all this is. Yeah. Like that, he clarifies the God to you his signs, and the God knowledgeable wise. So this is talking about when they reach puberty, they need to be asked as well. But before they use puberty, you don't need, because you're helping them change clothes and do everything till they're, even the mothers wash their asses and clean their asses as well.
Yeah.
God knows when. So that's what it's saying. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
simple.
Beautiful.
It's a convoluted way of saying something which is simple, and that's what happens. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Uh, so let's see. There's another question. Um, 2377. Which punishment is spoken about here that makes the people wrath? Okay. 2377. Let's see what context this is. So let's read it from up here. Yeah. And so now he starts from 73. And surely you, to your calling them to a highway constant. That's me, by the way. The Spirit is telling me. And surely those, not they believe with the hereafter, over the highway to be lost. They aren't going to come here. And if we mercy them, and we cleanse what with them from bad, to be rushing in their transgression, they wandering. So whenever bad touches man, he is all sorts of prayers to God, yeah, or anything that can help him or save him, yeah. Once that bad is cleansed, they rush back into their transgression and they're wondering, look on the earth, man, look at yourself in your life, what you did, all of you. Same thing. It's only when evil touches you that you have a slight insight into things that they're not under your control completely. When that goes away, you forget in like 5 minutes what you were calling to be cleansed. And already we grabbed them with the punishment, but not they hold to their Lord and not they surely humble. So already meanings people are when they reject, people don't understand that they're being punished. No matter what their situation is, how wealthy they are, how calm they are, how beautiful they are, how many followers they have, how rich and powerful and famous, and all the other things. They're being punishment. They're being punished and they don't even know it. Yeah. So they already grab and they don't hold on to their Lord and not they surely humble. Because they don't hold on to their Lord and they don't humble to God, they are punished. Yeah. So till when we open over them a door with punishment severe, when they need to be wrapped. Okay. So this is what happens to every generation. God will punish everyone who rejects him. They don't even understand how they're being punished, by the way, but they're being punished. They are grabbed with punishment. Sometimes they know, like when you lose all your city goes underwater, or there's a hurricane that destroys half the city, or you are punished with a loss of livelihood, or your loss of your soul, your body, like you lose your sight, you lose your health. All this is, in a way, punishment of God or a trial. But if it's a punishment, it's a punishment. If it's a trial, it's a trial. You have to deal with it both ways, correct? So then, when all this is done and God's had enough, there will be a door opened with punishment severe. Where from? God will decide, from beneath your feet, or from above you, or from your sides, or wherever else. He will, and then you will be wrapped in that punishment. Yeah. And then in the hereafter, you will be wrapped in a punishment forever. It's the only place you can save yourself is here. You can't save yourself after you die. There's no way you can save yourself after you're dead, because at that time you will believe and you will ask God to send you back. And there will be no sending back. Your decision has been made. And even God tells us through the Spirit that if we send them back, they will return to the nonsense they were doing before. Why? Because this is our second chance, and God has clearly told us this is the last chance. There will be no chance after this. They will be in hell for all of you, or in the garden, and most of us will be in the hell forever. This is an absolute truth. Nobody wants to broach this subject because internally everybody knows God exists, and everybody knows there's a reckoning coming. they just try and avoid thinking about it. They just push it aside in their souls, in their hearts, and they make their minds big headed, and they look into this damned world where they see beauty, which is delusion and deception. So that's how it works there. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done with that. By the way, I want to start doing it on Saturday. What do you think, Imran? Instead of Friday.
Any day that you decide, inshallah, will be good.
Okay, so from next week, we will convene on the Saturday instead of Friday. Yeah? Saturday, 1 p.m. New York time. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. One more. If there's any other issue, we can bring that up, or we can otherwise wrap it. Nada.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
All right,
I'm,
then, guys.
I'm
Well,
okay.
well, the six that are listening, I think you're one of them, right, Imran? You're
Uh,
one of the
I,
six.
I, I'm monitoring in one, but my
You're,
audio of that is not shut,
no,
is
no,
shut
but
down.
you're one of the six watching. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're
Yeah,
skewing. You're skewing the viewership.
I was thinking about that, but you know what?
It.
These numbers can trick us sometimes.
No, it doesn't
These, yeah.
matter. It's not. I'm just saying you're skewing the numbers.
Okay. Okay. Tell me now. How many do you see now?
Well, it takes a little time. Yeah, if you shut it
Okay.
down, it takes a bit of time before that goes away.
I mean, whenever it's gonna go more than two hands, uh, I'm gonna start, like checking. Oh, what's going on? Is there something wrong with the numbers?
Well, because there's more than two, you think?
No, more than 10. Whenever it goes more than 10.
Ah, okay. I
Yeah.
heard two. Yeah, I mean, if there's more than two, there's something wrong, right? I mean, whatever. I don't care. I mean, we'll do this until people come and ask, and you guys are good with it. Well, I enjoy it as well. I mean, like, people can listen to whatever they want and not or not. I don't care. It's not my place again to
Yeah,
have.
we appreciate it. Thank God that God is allowing you to do this with us, so that because we forget. The sign that you were saying was, I think, to be rushing in their transgression.
Mhm.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We forget.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What you were saying something, Anas?
No,